But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans.
It's dominated. The Republican Party is dominated by the MAGA Republicans. That makes it sound like he's talking about rank and file Republicans.
You are correct. You're actually 100% correct. Yeah, there it is. That's a great point. He has to be talking about the voters. It doesn't make sense if he's talking about the politicians.
Yeah.
Because they're not the Republican Party politicians are not dominated by
No, they're a minority.
No, it's the voters. You're so right. Yeah, he's 100% talking about the voters. Or at least the speech is idiotically written if he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point.
And that is a threat to this country. These are hard things.
Now to be accurate, that is true. The current Republican Party is terrified of upsetting Donald Trump supporting Republican voters. They're terrified of it.
Yeah, because he got 75 million votes in the last election.
Right.
Every Republican is rightfully terrified.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you look at what's her face got blown out.
Yeah, Liz Cheney.
Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
Was the guy? Is he up for election too? Kiltzinger.
I'm not sure, but yeah, no, Liz Cheney got blown the fuck out, man.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if all of the sort of anti-Trump Republicans, lose big time.
Here's your hype for you. Who scores high on loyalty? Who scores high on loyalty? Loyalty Betrayal Foundation. What did Liz Cheney do? Betrayal.
Right.
Liz Cheney betrayed, and what did she do? She got kicked to the curb. That's right. Democrats is herding cats. Republicans they fall in line.
Right.
But I'm an American president, not a president of red America, blue America, but of all America.
This is so bad. You just literally called MAGA Republicans a threat to democracy, and now you're saying, but I'm a president of everyone.
Yeah, it's so weird. He should have just said, why didn't he just say Donald Trump is trying to divide us? Why is he lumping in the MAGA crowd too? It doesn't, and then trying
he
to say
should be trying to win the MAGA people over.
Well, that's impossible, but he should at least be trying. He should be trying to win over kind of like the undecided people and the or maybe some of the anti-Trump Republicans or something.
Listen,
he's not going to win over any MAGA people.
Listen, I didn't say he should win the MAGA people over. I said he should be trying to win the MAGA people over.
But there's no reason to try to do something you're not going to do.
Yes, there is. Optics.
Oh, well, sure. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, come on. We're supposed to be working. The country here is based on persuasion, right? He should be making an argument for those people, not saying, listen, these people are we can't condemn these people. They're our fellow citizens.
Adam Kinzinger announced he will not be seeking election in the upcoming election.
Yeah.
So.
Look, I disagree with Joe. I disagree with Carl. I disagree with a lot of my friends who are Republicans, but I don't see them as a threat to democracy. Especially, this is what's so infuriating about this, is because many of the people who are voting, they're supporting democracy. Like the whole idea behind what happened on January 6th in the last election, they felt like democracy was being subverted. So they're not saying, "Oh, we don't care that we lost and fuck democracy." They're saying, we didn't lose.
Right.
That's hugely different.
And I got in an argument with some family members about that because we were arguing about the, Biden calling them semi-fascists. And whether that was appropriate. And I said it didn't. I said, first of all, no one in America knows what the word fascist means.
Yeah, that's true.
Including the people who are having a conversation with turned out not to know what the word fascist meant.
Oh my God, no.
But then I said exactly what you just said. I said, because basically they kept saying, well, no, the Trump supporting MAGA Republicans are fascist because they want to overturn the election. And I said, well, wait a minute. they thought the election was stolen. Now, I think they're completely wrong, but they thought that they thought the election was stolen. They're not saying, I don't care that we lost the vote. Donald Trump should be president anyway. That would be like more of an authoritarian fascist.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But nobody even takes that into consideration. It's so bonkers. It's like they don't care about democracy. They know we lost. They know they lost.
Yeah,
No,
I've heard
they
that so
don't.
many times. I'm like, I don't think they do.
No, you dumbass. They don't know that they lost. That's the problem. And you didn't go. I mean, they didn't. No one in the media tried to make a compelling argument that they lost. All they said was, no courts even heard any of the cases. It's like,
Right.
that doesn't mean anything. So basically, you're saying they got fucked in court. That doesn't mean there wasn't election fraud. Yeah, they did. The media did a terrible job covering it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And I believe it's my duty to level with you, to tell the truth, no matter how difficult, no matter how painful. And here, in my view, is what is true. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution.
That is like a fucking knife. This is so funny because I was listening. Like I said, I listened to Destiny's commentary, his very sparse commentary on this, and he was just saying like he didn't understand why everyone, all the pearl clutching over this, and all the Republicans getting upset about it. Like he fancies himself the Republican whisperer these days, but
Right.
like telling Republicans that they don't care about the Constitution. I mean, you might as well spit in their faces.
Well, we have to separate two things. If you want to say that this speech is very insulting and divisive, I agree with you.
Yeah.
100%. If you want to say there has been, in my opinion, an insane amount of pearl clutching about like, this is the speech before they round up the Republicans. Okay, that's
Right.
like that's the insane pearl clutching. It's like Joe Biden is going to start rounding up the Republicans to put them at camps. That's like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like Donald Trump said a million things as divisive as this, during his presidency.
I have not heard anybody say they're going to round us up. Maybe Scott
Adams was
said
literally
that.
saying this.
Yeah,
Yes.
but this is Scott Adams. This is why I keep telling you, stop listening to fucking Scott Adams, okay? Scott Adams is fucking insane.
He has to. He made that. This is a problem. He made that.
I
prediction.
know.
He made that prediction that they're going to round up Republicans, and now he has to stand by it. Like whenever anything smacks of that, he's like, "I told you, I was right. I was right."
I tried to listen to some Fox News reports just to get word on the street how Republicans feel about this, and none of them were saying, "Oh, this is the death camps are coming." Okay,
right?
All of them were saying this is his basket of deplorables moment, which I completely agree with. That's good. That's good commentary right there.
Yeah, that is accurate. Yes.
That's exactly what's happening here. But I think it's funny that, I mean, this is the problem. They just have no concept of how Republicans hear things. It's telling Republicans they don't care about the Constitution. All they talk about is the Constitution.
Here's an interesting thing. Someone in chat brought this up, and I said this to you before we started streaming, or I said to you yesterday when we were talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember. Donald Trump has said so much divisive shit when he was presidency. That's part of why people like Destiny and people on the left are like, "Oh my God, they're pearl clutching." Donald Trump says crazier shit than this like every day on his Twitter feed before he was banned, which is true, but I don't remember if Donald Trump ever broadly spoke ill of like all of the Democratic voters, or because I remember him specifically talking shit about specific politicians or Democratic politicians. I don't remember if he ever attacked like the voting base. And I think that is what I think that was the major fuck up in this Biden speech, was attacking the voting base.
I completely agree.
Okay, wait, bring up this Trump fascist speech real quick.
Yeah, bring it up. Do you have it?
Okay. I have it on Twitter. I can send it to you.
Okay. Here, I'm going to play a little more of the speech while you get it to me.
Okay, I just sent it to you. You bring that up.
They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. And they're working right now, as I speak, in state after state, to give power to decide elections in America to partisans and cronies, empowering election deniers.
So this is like the common thing, the claim I hear is that in all these states, there's all these like Trump is placing all of these people in all these local and state positions that will potentially have the power to overturn the next election. And my problem is when I look into this, this happens very often in a news story. You'll hear people say something like, there's, oh, all these things are happening somewhere. And then when you read, or there's all these examples of these things happening. But then when you read the story, you see that there's like one or two or maybe even three examples that everyone just repeats. And so with this kind of claim, there was really only like two examples of this that I could find that were like very minor. So I was like, I'm kind of skeptical of this whole like Donald, and it wasn't like Donald Trump was putting them in these positions of power. It was just like people who are pro-Trumpers got into these, state, local election boards in like Michigan or in some one other state or something. So,
is this this Matthew Sheffield? Is he a Republican?
I don't know who Matthew Sheffield is, but this is a clip.
In 2020?
No, he's some TYT guy.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah. So give me a countdown.
I'll back it up here.
You know all about
3, 2, 1, go.
You know all about that. Take away our energy, if you can believe it. No fossil fuel. Destroy our Second Amendment, attack the right to life, and replace American freedom with left-wing fascism. Left wing. We're going left wing all the way. Fascists. They are fascists. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. But they're getting closer and closer. We have to win this election.
Some of them, not all of them, some of them.
But the proud people of Minnesota will not let this happen.
I mean, he's not, well, at least in that 30-second clip, he's not really differentiating between voters and politicians. You could definitely interpret it the same way. He's calling the voters fascists.
Yeah, I guess you could.
Yeah.
But he's saying left-wing fascism. He doesn't really say left-wing fascists.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it one more time. 3, 2, 1, go.
You know all about that. Take away our energy, if you can believe it. No fossil fuel.
Okay, he's talking about the politicians in the very beginning here, right? He's saying take away our fossil fuels and stuff.
Destroy our Second Amendment, attack the right to life, and replace American freedom with left-wing fascism.
So he is talking about the politicians because he's saying they're gonna replace American freedom with left-wing fascism. He is talking about the politicians.
Yeah, no, I don't know, because he's talking about like people have to vote these people into power.
Okay.
I don't interpret it that way.
Sure,
at
it could
all.
be seen either way. Yeah.
Right. I found the whole speech on YouTube.
But some of them are fine people, though.
He says, before this, he says, Joe Biden is the puppet of left-wing extremists trying to erase our borders, eliminate our police, indoctrinate our children, vilify our heroes, take away our energy.
Well, that's true.
And then that's when he talks about they want to destroy the Second Amendment, right to life, and replace American freedom with left-wing fascism.
That's true. What is left-wing fascism?
I don't know. Communism, I guess.